Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Sunday the 18th of December 2022. Am I speaking quickly? Yes I am. Why? Am I in a hurry? Do I have to work? No. Am I not feeling good about this puzzle? No. Why not? Because I just was about 3/4 of the way through the game and I realized that I was using candidates, pencil marks, and I realized that I had an incomplete block. I don't know if the game would have worked out correctly or not, but it meant that I had, it would, if it, oh, forgot the telephone switched on. If it had come out, it would have been a fluke because I had filled in the candidates incorrectly. And so for that reason, I had to stop the recording. So I don't know if it would have worked out or not. But anyway, I had to stop and let's get on with the game again. But I don't fancy playing it again much. It's quite tough. I certainly needed pencil marks, although I did manage to find some stuff at the beginning. But I'm going to move on to pencil marks again pretty quickly, actually. So I'll just do anything that I can. Oh, no, I've kind of forgotten because actually it took me quite a while to get to the point of where I finished, and I've kind of forgotten the early stuff. But it involved this shoot down here somehow or another. Okay, let's start then. Oh, before I'll have to repeat what I said earlier, my earlier message. I was saying in the previous version that I found it quite strange that according to the Guardian's report yesterday, Trump's NFTs were reported to have sold out. That wasn't what I found strange. Well, partly strange, but what I really found strange was the fact that they had reported that there were 45,000 of these NFTs on offer, right? Which would net the man around $4.5 million or something. So kudos to him if he's made some money of it. But what I found rather even more extraordinary than that was they said that each NFT, each picture card, in effect, had a limited number, was available between 1 as like the highest value card, I suppose, and 20 as the well, they were all priced at the same value, weren't they? But 20 as the maximum number of one particular card, which means that even if they'd had 20 of every one of these 45,000, that would mean a minimum of 2,250 different designs. Now I've seen him as an astronaut and a cowboy and a baseball guy in a suit or something weird like that. And, they were all horrendous designs, dreadful artwork. But the point is, could you imagine doing, like several thousand, as I said, as a minimum 2,250. But if some of them have a limited edition of one, that would mean, more like 3,500, 3,500 of those kind of images. My God, that's a huge number. Could you imagine coming up with 3,000 pictures of, Trump as kind of demigod maybe. It's just, wow, what a task, a Herculean task. I hope the artist, that's air quotes around the word artist, presented a picture of himself or herself as hero. Right, let's get on with the game. So we have 3s blocking across here. I definitely noticed that one before, and I also saw 4s blocking like this. I seem to remember beginning in this way. Like I said, I'm going to get onto the candidates very quickly, but I did work out most of this shoot first of all. Why did I do it? Oh, yes, I said 9, 8, and 1 blocking down here. And that put 9, 8, and 1 in these squares here. And left me with, what was it, 2 and 6 here. Is that right? Is that how I went about it? I think I did. Or had I done something else already? So if that's 2 and 6, that's the trouble. I don't like replaying these games because when I have to recreate what I did earlier, I can't. It throws me off. So we are looking for, it's 2 and 6. So we're looking for 3, 5, 7. Oh, I thought I managed to get something up there before. Oh, okay, this is 3 and 7 anyway, because look, 3 and 7 up here like this. 3 and 7 up there. What did I do? This was, okay, can't do that. Okay, let's come across here, do this instead. 7's blocking like this. That's going to give me a 7 there. And also, I spotted this very quickly, the 1 and the 7. That was like instantaneously. Weirdly enough, the triple down here and the 1 and 7 here I spotted. I put the 1 and 7 there, but it didn't give me anything, so I'm assuming that I still won't find anything. I won't bother to look. But I did spot the 1 and the 7 in these squares here, as well as the 8, 9, 1 in these 3 squares down here. Very fast. Really unusually fast for me. I don't normally see these things very quickly, if at all, sometimes. But what else was going on up here? I can't really remember now. So, we have 9 blocking here, so that's a 9. Is there anything? No. Yeah, that's it. Right, so this was 2, isn't it? So 2 blocks this square and 9 blocks this square. So this is the 2 and 9 here. So this is the 5. That's right, I remember now. Okay, and so we were left with 7 and 3 up there, weren't we? We've got 5s in these squares. And what else can we do? Something else. Okay, 2's blocking across like this, and this is the 2 in here, so that blocks up there, right? So that gives me a 2 there. That's what I did. And then the 2 blocking down here, that puts the 2 in that square, and then the 9 goes here. Yep, it's coming back to me now. 9 down here, 9 down here. Here's our 9. And somehow I think I got this, but I can't remember why. Why did I get that? Oh yeah, because we've got 1's blocking down here and 1 across here. Here's the 1, and we know that this is 2 and 6, so this has to be 8, and therefore we can get this digit up here, which is 5. Okay, and I may have found some other stuff, but not a great deal. I kind of hummed and hawed for ages and ages. Oh, this is a pair of 4 and 8. All right, we've got 8 and 4 down here, and we've got 8 and 4 across here like this. So we get a pair of 4 and 8 here, which means that 8 and 4 must be down here like this. So 4's are in those squares. 4's are there. But I don't remember that helped me much. It meant that 8's were here, and I had trouble with the 8's anyway. I know that 9's are here and 9's are up here. I know that 6's are there and here. There we go. And then up here we have 5 and 6 somewhere. I know there's a blocking 5, but that's what else we have. 6's are like this, 5's are like this, I seem to remember, but I can't prove that at the moment, can I? So I think I want to go to candidates right now, because that's kind of what I was doing before. Like I said, I managed to I probably would have finished the game, but I had made a mistake in not filling all the candidates, and therefore it would have been a fluke. So I'll just go ahead and do that now. There are a couple of spaces where singles magically appear, and I can't remember where they are now, unfortunately for me. Otherwise I would do that block first. If I could remember where they appeared, I would do that block first, but I can't remember, so I won't do that block first, because I don't know. I can't remember. I think it might be up. Oh no, I really can't remember. What, we left 3 and 7, wasn't it? Something nice happened across here, but did I have anything else to spot first of all? That's the trouble with, it's kind of a bit dangerous like this. 7 5 7 5. 7, 5, 7, 5. Ones. Well, I'm going to do this block and then I'm going to do this block here, and if it works out right, something will appear. What's this? Ah, okay. So I think it's this that turns out to be our single. So isn't it a 6? Let's just see. It's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5. It could be 6, it's not 7, it's not 8, and it's not 9. It's a 6. But don't congratulate me on that because I didn't find it the first time around. So no congratulations are in order actually on that. As I say though, I did work out that meant 6 was in those squares. And I knew 5s are over there. Right, so let's work out this block first. Okay, we have 4s in those squares. We have 3s possible like this, and we don't know anything about 5s yet. 3, 4, 5. What's the other missing number? 9. Do we know anything about 9s? Yes, as mentioned before, 9 is in those squares there. So now we're going to be left with 9s up there and 6s up there, right? See the 6s, and we had the 9s like that. 6, 9, and well, 5 will appear in those squares there. 7 will appear blocked like this, so 7 in those squares. 1 blocks. Ah, so I definitely did make a mistake before. So that would give me 1 and 8 in these 3 squares, wouldn't it? I did make a mistake. Oh, I know what it was. No. Right, okay. This is what I said. This square here cannot be 1 or 8 because of our unique rectangle. That's what I did. And I removed the 1 and the 8. Oh, damn. Excuse me. Not from everywhere. Just from this square. Going crazy here. Remove the 1 and the 8. Right, that's it. And so I ended up with this pattern here of 1 and 8. Right, and 1, 8. And 1, 8. That's kind of where I got to before. Well, I got further than this, but that's something that I did before. Right, so let's come down to this block down here. We got another surprise somewhere, but I can't remember where it was now. Let's try this block here. We've got 1 blocking across here. 1 down here. Let's just try to think of the best way to do this. Should not try to replicate. I should not try. Yeah, let's do this. 1's in those squares there. 2 blocks down here and across here. So we get... Oh! What am I doing? I've got to look for pairs, haven't I? I went across doing this block here because I knew where it would lead to, but really I should be looking for pairs first of all, just to show you what's more available on what looks better on the grid, or what's more available on the grid. Sorry for the rather ragtag explanations here, but I really don't like replaying games. I said this was 4.8, didn't I? Let's put that in. I don't like replaying these games, to be honest with you. If I wasn't making the video, if I'd failed, I probably would have just cast it aside and said, oh damn, or just carried on with the fluke and not really cared about it. But since I'm making these videos, we can't do that. Now 8 is somewhere in the bottom here. Twos are in those squares. So we have a pair of 3s down here. This is not a pair of 4 and 8 because 8 is still available in any of those squares. We do have a pair of 4s there. And now since we've got 4 and 8 here, we can see that 5 blocking across here and across here gives us a 5 to place in that square there, and we can remove candidate 5 up there. And because we've got our 1-7 pair here, the 5 blocking like this and 5 blocking across here means that 5 is in those squares, as I said before. And that means 5 is in those squares there. 6 then, 6 blocking down here and 6 blocking across there, put 6 into those squares, and that in turn is going to put 6 somewhere up there. But now because we have 6 blocking down here, this is a pair of 4 and 8, remember, we can put 6s into those squares there. What's the missing number here? It's 2, isn't it? Actually, so this 2 blocks this square. So this is actually a pair of 2 and 3. And that 6 can now be removed and placed for sure in this square here. Okay. And that means this will be our 6. And this is no longer a 6. Now that our 2 blocks down here, we can say that we have a pair of 2s there. Pair of 9s there. Right, so I think that's the pair work done, and we need to go ahead and fill in the rest of the candidates. Now, actually, I did not fill in all of the candidates in this block here, and I found a digit here, but as I said to you, it was a mistake. So I've just remembered now. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake in this block. Let's see. I want to make sure that I've got everything filled in along the top chutes here. So we've got 4 numbers. That's okay. 1, 3, 4, 5, 9. That's okay up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. Okay. So let's just make sure there isn't anything else across here. Right, now this time I better make sure that I put in all the candidates. Let's do this here first of all, because I've got the 1, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. We're looking for 8 and 9. The 8 blocks down here, so 8 is available in those squares there. And then 9 blocks up here, so the 9 is available in those squares there. Right, now let's come over here then. So 1 blocking across here, so we put 1s in those squares there. We have the 2s blocking down here and 2 across here, so 2s in those squares. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks across the middle, and 7 blocks up here, so 7 in those squares there. 8, yeah, it definitely would have been a fluke. Would have been a fluke. Glad I stopped the video. 8s go in any of those squares there, and 9 is possible in any of those squares. So I'm very happy that I stopped the video before, because it was definitely wrong. Definitely have made a mistake. Oh, well, that's made me feel rather better. I actually was not feeling particularly happy about restarting this video, but since it would have been a bad video, I'm quite happy to be redoing it. Right, so I do believe there is only this block to go to finish off the candidate, so let's do that. We have the 2 blocking down here. All 4s are done already. 5 is in 6. 6 blocking across here, so 6 like that. And that is the so I take it back. It wouldn't have been it would have been a fluke, but it would have worked out. I had this as a single 8 because I already had a 9 down here, but I don't know how I got a 9 down here, because I don't think that was correct. But I do believe now that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry about my rambling here. This is really a terrible video, but just remove it from my of videos. Right, that's got to be an 8 then. And this will then be a 6 with a 1 here. And let's get rid of candidate 1s where we can't use them. And we have our 6s, so we have to get rid of the 6s from there. And we also have a 9 here now, so we have to get rid of the 9 there. And that leaves us with 5 and 7. That looks to be okay. Then we've got 5, 7, 3, 5, and 7. So I have to remove the 5 and 7 from there. That leaves me with 6, 9, 6, 9. Yeah, I ended up with this pattern, but it looked I got here in a different way. But as I say, definitely a faulty way. Right, now let's see what else we can do. We've got to get rid of this 9, of course. 2, 3, 2, 3 there. 2, 6, 2, 6, 4, 8. 2, 6, 2, 3. This 6 means I've got to get rid of these 6s as well. And when I do that, I'm going to be able to place a 2 in this square. And that means you're a 3. And 2 goes there with our 3 here. And gives us a 9 up here. And 2 back down here. So let's do a bit of candidate removals. Get rid of the 2s there, and get rid of the 2s here, and get rid of that 2 as well. And let's place our 2 here, and our 6 here, and our 2 there. Right, we have a 3 here, so that's disallowed as a candidate, and we'll be left with 4, 8. Right, and so this is further than I got before, I think, so it's a new to me about finishing off. I haven't done this bit yet. So let's see what we've got. Let's click on the digits, see if I've got to remove other things. 2 is done. 3's. Okay, 4. That's the only place for a 4 now. Oh, 4, please. 4 in this square. 8 here. We've got an 8 up here and a 1 in that square there. 1 here. 8 there. 1 blocking down here, so we've got to get rid of, oops, those digit 1s. 3, no change. 4. Okay, let's get rid of those 8s there. That gives me a 5 here and our 8 there with a 9 in this square. Get rid of candidate 9 up there. Because we have 8 here, this must be a 4. So this is a 5. 3, 4. 3 there puts a 7 in that square. 3 is there. We just need a 7 to complete the row. It gives us a 5 up here, 7 in this square. Let's get rid of candidate 7s. Obviously we've got 1 here now, 7 in that square. We have 8 already, so this must be a 9. We just need a 1 to complete the row. 6 in that square, 5 here. 9 up there, and 6 here. Are we done? Oh, sorry, 6 there. No, there's 1 to do down here, and 8, that's it. I have no idea how long that took because I didn't reset the clock after restarting the game. So I have no idea how fast or slow that was. But anyway, not a very smooth game from me. I apologize. But I just don't like replaying games, to be honest with you. Anyway, I might see you again in a few hours' time for my third puzzle of the day. Bye-bye.